Hey everyone, this is Money Flip here, getting prepared with the weekly watch list for the week of November the 9th, 2015. So let's jump right in. Not too many tickers I'm looking at today, so I'll do my normal run through. So right now I'm looking at the futures, the S&P Mini. So far up 2.5 handles from Friday's close. Okay, let me remove a few of these drawings here. All right. So if we look at our levels, I'm still looking for us to try to go ahead and push, get over that 2100 level, and then make a run towards the all-time high of 2134. But I will say this: the Fed has hinted several times, like over the weekend, especially on Friday, that there's a very good possibility of a rate hike coming in December, so I'll be looking at plays for that. But I think what they want to do is try to soften the blow to the markets. So I think they want a more gradual decline instead of just a tank. They don't want to repeat that stuff that happened back up in August of this year. So it's right as of right now, the futures are up 2.5 points basically. Um, Nothing I'm really looking at so far. I'll put out fib levels later or something. But if I were to do anything, I'll put those out later. Right? Let's look at crude. Crude on the daily chart, kind of in this range right here. So for me, what I really want to see crude do is break this low right here. That low is 42.58. So right now, I mean that's still a couple of bucks away, but that's a level to really have on watch. That when crude breaks that, so I'd look for this low right here first. But that looks like a fat finger trade, as I like to call it. I mean, 43.83. That's what put that wick in there. But anyway, I guess that would be your first level, seeing as how that's the low there. So I'd look for this low first, then look for that low, 43, and then on down to here. So first, I'm just gonna look at 50 cent increments, other than these wicks on the candle. So that's what I'm looking for on crude. Good to play USO and some of the other stock companies such as Halliburton, HAL. You can play Slumberjay, which is SLB, Baker Hughes, BHI. So those are all good names to play. Plenty of oil names out there to play to take advantage of the drop in the price of oil. With that said, let me jump into the first ticker. Let's go with Apple. The thing about Apple is, I really need to go to an hourly chart to look at this, okay? Because Apple is sitting right here at this 8 EMA. Yeah, sitting right there at the 8 EMA. I actually like Apple to come on down. I'm actually looking for the market to pull just a little bit, but Apple seemed to have topped out right here and may want to pull back a little bit. So if we switch this to an hourly, the best way for me to play Apple is to see it break out of this range right here. So basically I'm looking at this level of 120.50. Yeah, I want to see Apple break the half levels because right here that's pretty much indecision for me. So I want to see it break out of this range. If we can get below this right here of the 120.50, then I believe Apple flushes. Okay, if Apple can mm, get up around 122, probably retest this high right here. So in between 120.50 and 122, I don't really want to play it. That's just $1.50 range. I want to see it break out or break down. So that's going to be Apple 120.50. If it breaks that, look for a good flush. If she starts to hang up around that 122 level, could get long, especially if the market is on the powerful side. Next ticker, Netflix. Netflix in my notes, I want to see Netflix break that previous day high of 114.80. Let me go back to the daily, which should be Friday's high. 114.80. I want to see that break right there. So I want to see a break of Friday's high here, and then I'll look for that high to get broken. But if we're in the strong market, I like net fixed long. But like I said, I'm watching at 114.80 level, which is Friday's high. That's in a long market. PCLN, they have earnings in the morning. Priceline. The thing about Priceline that I'm looking for, I won't play Priceline itself just because of the pricing and its low float, but I'm going to take sympathy plays off of it, so I will heavily be watching Trip and Expedia to play a sympathy. So if Priceline misses, it's going to move hard and heavy. If it beats, it's going to probably do the same thing. So that's going to be, those should be pretty easy trades for me. Okay, so Expedia had a big pull on Friday. I'm actually looking for Expedia to come on back down here somewhere so I can get long. But by Trip Advisor and Expedia having a partnership to work together, I would be more inclined to play Expedia along with Priceline. I think they're going to move in tandem. And the next one that I like if the market rips tomorrow is Guild. The reason being, Guild is holding these moving averages right here. So I do believe with a little bit of juice in the market, we have this little pattern right through here. Some people might want to call that a flag. If we can break on up to the upside, and also Guild closed at the high of the day. If you look over here on Friday's action on the 5-minute chart, Guild closed at the high of the day. So that's bullish. So keep that on watch. Could be a nice intraday play. Other tickers that I'm going over, let's look at Facebook. These next tickers that I'm going over, I actually like them better if the market pulls tomorrow. So Facebook, you've already got 2 down days from earnings. I'm actually looking for Facebook to fill the gap. So if we can get under Friday's low, where's Friday's low? 105.91. We closed at 107. Yeah, I'm just going to be looking for some weakness in Facebook, and if we get it, especially if that low breaks, yeah, we're going to gap fill. Might not be tomorrow, but when the market pulls, that's going to gap fill. I've already done Apple. Baba was accused on Friday of some bad accounting practices. As you can see, that's why we got this big candle here, this one right here. It came back, touched one of the fib lines. So this one I've already taken a swing short position, which I do think Baba does. You have a gap there to fill. You've got a gap there to fill. So I'm not looking for it to come all the way down here, but I do think Baba takes some heat. So I'm already in that trade. I'll post that one on Twitter because there's still plenty of time to get into this one. But I think I have a vertical of an 85.83. I just snatched it on the news, figuring that it's probably going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. So in the red market, I really like Baba to come on down. Another one that just won't stop. I've played several times. Kansas City Southern. When it comes up here to touch this moving average, it may float on back down. They also had bad earnings. Yeah, but there was also some other news about that. So that's why it floated on down. It's bounced a bit. I'm going to eye this one a little further to see if it bounces a little bit more, which is what I would like before I go in and take a short position. Google kind of got me on Friday. Had a bunch of sideways action towards the end of the day. I got caught in all this chop right here, so and then it just broke to the upside. But I went back and studied the trade. I see what I should have done, which is when I entered, I see where I should have gotten out. But anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Google seems to get a little top heavy right here. I will say this, with this run that Google has made, it likes to follow the market. So if the market pulls, Google is one of my go-tos, especially to swing for 2 or 3 days. Next one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, to me, a little bit of indecision on these days right here. I don't have any clear I don't see anything that I really like in LinkedIn, but this chart was requested. So the only thing I can really look at on LinkedIn when they're extended up like this, granted this came on up because of earnings, but that's a huge gap, which not to say the gap can't be filled, but I would probably turn to this one. Uh, in a down market, if it gets under 250, that's where I'm really interested. If we're in a a green market, I have to see it clear these highs again before I'm interested in taking it long. It's just my take on LinkedIn. Also, I want to bring to attention Weyerhaeuser. I grew up around the lumber business. Weyerhaeuser was one I was always highly interested in. But anyway, Weyerhaeuser bought out Plum Creek Timber, creating the largest timber firm at $23 billion. So I will be, maybe I have my ticker wrong right there on Plum Creek, but I will be looking at Weyerhaeuser for a long setup if the market likes that news. So if Weyerhaeuser can pull a little bit more, I do like it much more to the long term. And the last but not least is IWM. I'm probably looking to keep this one on my radar for a short when the market pulls, but as you can see, IWM shot up right there at the end of the day. So when the market gets ready to pull, IWM is one of my go-tos for the shorts. Anyway, that's all I have for the week of November the 9th, 2015. Always send tickers to Twitter or respond to me here on YouTube, or you can catch me in watchhimtrade.com chat. And good luck.